All right, everyone. So in this video, we're going to talk about the SMMA business model as it relates to digital nomadism and the laptop lifestyle. All right, guys, welcome back to Two Guys Build a Biz. It's David Schlase here again with another video. And in this video, we're gonna cover the digital nomad lifestyle, the laptop lifestyle, as it relates to SMMA, or a social media marketing agency business model. If you're new here to the channel, on this channel, Derek and I have been documenting our journey of starting our own business in social media marketing, taking it from no clients at all the way to having tens of thousands of dollars in monthly revenue, being able to travel the world, do what it is that we want when we want to do it. So if those types of things interest you, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified the next time a video like this is posted, and hit the like button so that YouTube knows to tell other people looking for valuable content that you found this content valuable and you're recommending it to them. So really quick, in this video, we're gonna outline a couple things. First of all, we're gonna talk about why we chose SMMA, or the social media marketing agency business model. We're gonna talk about where things are at today. I actually just relocated to Scottsdale, Arizona, so kind of a sneak peek into a bit of a status update on where things are at and why we've been a little bit slow to publish videos to this channel lately. I'm gonna talk about why we found the SMMA business model to be advantageous and why it is a great model for those who are looking to travel or live the laptop lifestyle and get out of the 9-to-5 grind. And finally, we're gonna compare SMMA to a couple other popular business models that are popular with the digital nomad or laptop lifestyle community. So let's jump into it. So first of all, we chose SMMA for a couple reasons. We had tried a number of other businesses in the past and nothing really seemed to stick. We had tried some drop shipping, we had tried some other make money online, air quotes, type business models. I had tried a subscription box business. I tried to create a inventory database for musicians who are trying to get their music signed, to contact AR labels, tried to create some software around that. I tried a number of other things, even tried starting a recruitment agency, which was something that Derek and I started our careers doing that we thought that maybe we could do ourselves. And none of it really stuck until we landed on the SMMA business model. It all started way back in the day, actually, when Derek and I were recruiters. I first read the book, The Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. At that point, I really didn't know enough to implement any of it. I thought that it was just a way of working 4 hours a week, which is really kind of missing the point of that book in general. It's about a different way of actually, working, being more efficient with your time, and getting time back in your day to do what it is that you love or that you want to do. And I quickly realized that what I really loved and what I wanted to be able to do was travel the world, live life on my terms, and have availability to do those types of things that just wasn't offered to me with the typical type of 9-to-5 job that I had been having up to that point. So reading that book was very eye-opening. I just didn't know how to implement it yet. And that's when I really started some of these other businesses. No matter how much success I had in my career, I started climbing the corporate ladder, doing really well, making more money than I ever thought I would. This thought in the back of my mind was always, there's a better way of doing this. I wish that I could just be running a business with my laptop and a phone from anywhere in the world and really be living this laptop lifestyle. Finally, after 3-4 years of climbing the corporate ladder, the company I was actually working for was sold, and decided to give my good friend Derek a call from back in the day and talk about starting a business together. And that's when we actually first had the idea to create an SMMA. Derek was working at a marketing agency. He saw the profit margins that they had and the quality of work that was being delivered not being very good, and basically realized that, hey, we had a skill set, we had some knowledge around how this stuff worked, and if we could do a better job than his agency was doing, we could make a lot of money doing it just by looking at the numbers alone. It just seemed like a no-brainer. We could jump into it, get a business off the ground. And that's really what ignited the fire with us. After only 2 weeks, we were able to sign our first client, which was an eye-opening experience for us, to say the least. We made $3,000 a month off that client, and as commissioned sales reps, taking home that much money of a deal that we closed that quickly was really motivating to us. And we realized that if we could just do that a couple more times, we would be able to leave our 9-to-5 jobs for good and be able to start living life on our terms. We never even needed to visit this client once. They were in Detroit, we were in Minneapolis, and that's really what kickstarted our desire to get our SMMA off the ground. Something that kept me motivated the entire time in the first year of starting our business was seeing myself being able to travel the world, being able to do whatever I wanted to do whenever it was that I wanted to do it. And that's really kind of the why for me behind why we've been able to be successful and why I was able to really keep going when it started to get challenging, or when I didn't always want to be working on the business after a long day at the office per se. So that was always the big thing for me, was this idea of being able to travel, being able to do what it was when I wanted to do it. And SMMA was really the engine that enabled me to do that. So to give you a quick update on where things are at today, I just relocated to Scottsdale, Arizona. For me, this whole being able to travel all the time was great. We took, I think, 12 or 13 trips last year alone, but I really realized that I actually wanted to relocate somewhere permanently. To me, that's true laptop lifestyle, is being able to uproot my entire life, move across the country to where it's sunny every day, where it's warm most days of the year, where I can live a lifestyle more conducive to the type of life that I want to live. I'm not a big fan of Minnesota winters, and being able to relocate here and grab an office space and just stand up a business down here, or a satellite office for us, is something that is extremely motivating to me. So to give you an update, Derek is still back in Minneapolis. I'm here in Scottsdale. We're running the business together. It's gone off without a hitch. It's been absolutely fantastic. We've actually seen significant growth through world events that have been going on at the time of publishing this video. And because we've been forced to work remote, it really became apparent that this was something that was 100% doable. So I decided to relocate here and see how things went. And so far it's been absolutely amazing. So literally brought my laptop here, brought my phone, obviously, and that's all that's needed to move half of our business across the country. All of our clients are global at this point. They're all around the country, all around the world. So it's not like I was moving away from them by any means. And to me, that's true location independence and the true laptop lifestyle, which are a couple things that in my opinion are key criteria of a true laptop lifestyle or locationally independent business. So let's talk about a couple reasons for why the SMMA business model is so conducive to digital nomadism or living the laptop lifestyle. First of all, it's got extremely low overhead, a business that you can start very quickly for very little dollars up front. To get our business started, we went ahead and paid the incorporation fee, which is a couple $100 in Minnesota. We had a domain, which was $12 to get the website domain, $8 a month for a website builder, and $5 a month each for a Gmail address through G Suite. And for less than $50 a month, we're in business, plus our incorporation fee. But that's something that you can actually avoid altogether by being a sole proprietor and be up and running in the SMMA business for less than $50 a month. Not only that, as soon as you get your first client paying you thousands of dollars a month, you are then really in business and can do whatever it is that you want to do. Unlike drop shipping or unlike Amazon FBA or some of these other business models, you sign a client for a couple $1,000s a month, and as long as you keep them as a client and do good work for them, they're gonna pay you month after month after month, and you can build a very healthy income that's gonna allow you to travel and not worry about money or when your next paycheck is coming in a very short amount of time. So it's very simple to get started, very quick to get started, and the margins are exceedingly large. Using that as a jumping off point, recurring business is a beautiful thing. Unlike selling iPhone cases online or through Amazon, you need to sell 1,000 iPhone cases every month at $10 to make $10,000 a month. Whereas if you just close a couple clients, you can be making a healthy $10,000 a month income or well into the six figures, and you don't need to keep doing that month after month in terms of selling. You can keep those clients on board and have a recurring business that's making you 10K plus a month, which is a huge differentiator in my opinion over Amazon FBA or e-commerce or drop shipping or any of these other models where it's very transactional as opposed to recurring. Even a lot of these e-commerce brands are trying to get into the recurring game. If you look at a lot of the popular brands these days, they have a option for you to save 10 to 20% if you sign up for monthly shipments. That just shows you how powerful that recurring business is. And unfortunately for those types of business models, that makes up a tiny fraction of their actual revenue. Whereas with SMMA, that's your entire business model is recurring business, which is why it's such an amazing business to get started in, especially if you're trying to travel frequently. Secondly, the true defining piece of a laptop lifestyle or digital nomad lifestyle that really works well is that you can run it from a phone or a laptop, or as I actually call it, an iPad business these days, where we're actually delegating to our team and not actually requiring a laptop, where we're kind of practitioners. This is a huge piece in my opinion. And in order to truly be location independent, you need to be free from needing to visit your clients. And you also need to be free from needing anything other than a laptop and a phone and a Wi-Fi connection. Talk about true Wi-Fi money. That is true laptop lifestyle or digital nomadism, and that is a key criteria and one of the biggest pieces that attracted me and Derek to the SMMA business model to begin with, was being able to literally pop open our laptop anywhere in the world, anywhere in the country, and be open for business that simply. That to me is the key piece that is such an amazing thing about this business. It's something that I think about frequently. Just the day-to-day grind starts to make every day seem the same, and before I know it, I just realize, wow, it's just an amazing thing that I'm able to literally run this business from my laptop anywhere in the world. And it's just a great feeling to think about having that freedom to be able to uproot my life, move my fiance and our dogs down here to Scottsdale because we have that ability. So I started talking about a couple of these points earlier in the video, but let's highlight a number of reasons why SMMA, in our opinion, is better than drop shipping or Amazon FBA, both of which are great business models. Don't get me wrong. Tons of people making an insane income through those business models, just like others are making it through SMMA. It's really whichever is to your taste, but there are some significant differentiators in my opinion. First and foremost is the recurring business model for SMMA and the fact that you're collecting thousands of dollars per client instead of a very transactional sales-based business like you would be having with e-commerce or Amazon FBA. Think about this. If I'm selling iPhone cases and I'm doing that through an e-commerce store, iPhone case is maybe $20 and it costs $10 to make, which means I'm making $10 off of that sale. I need to sell 1,000 of those to be at $10,000 per month or $100K, $120,000 per year. Whereas if I just go close one client at $1,000 and do that 10 times, I only need to make 10 sales. And although they may take slightly longer to get them in place than it might to sell an iPhone case for $20, they're gonna stay with me month over month where I'm making that $1,000 every single month on a recurring basis, as opposed to having to sell 1,000 iPhone cases month after month after month after month in order to see those types of numbers. Second piece is that there's just no logistics to deal with. You don't have to deal with inventory, product photos, anything like that as it relates to your own products. Your clients that you're running ads for or managing social media for might be doing that if you're working with e-commerce brands for your SMMA, which is a piece I'm gonna talk about in a second here. But you don't have to deal with the inventory issues. You don't have to deal with the returns. You don't have to worry about ordering products to take product photos, getting models or whatever it is that you're gonna do to stand up that e-commerce store. And it's not as easy as a lot of dropshipping courses or gurus want you to believe. In order to really be successful, you need to order those products, inspire with the content, and really do a good job of creating that content in order to sell your products. It's not as easy as just finding a distributor overseas, grabbing a couple stock photos and throwing it on a website and calling it good. It's very time intensive and a major reason why SMMA, in my opinion, is a superior business model in that regard. The last piece, and I just touched on this, is that a lot of the time e-commerce brands and Amazon FBA are gonna end up paying SMMA business owners or agencies to run their ads for them. If this is a skill set that you develop, I always call it the best first business to start, because you can learn SMMA and then use your skills to start other businesses like e-commerce dropshipping or FBA. Whereas if you start those businesses first, you're gonna have to give a healthy chunk of your margins and your profits to an agency to run ads for you or to get people's attention in order to buy your products or services or goods. Whereas if you start an SMMA first, like Derek and I did, you can then go and start other businesses using that skill set and just run your ads and all that stuff yourself because you understand it. You're running an agency and you understand how these things work. So you're gonna be very successful in that business. Derek and I have a couple of different business ventures now in different areas where we're running ads, where we're doing all of our SMMA services for ourselves. And because we're able to do that for ourselves, our profits are just as healthy as they are from our SMMA, and we don't have to outsource that to a third party. So that's a big piece, guys. That's a massive differentiator where, if you think about it, if you start an SMMA first, you have that skill set, so you can go and start other businesses whenever you please. So that's it, guys. That's, in my opinion, why SMMA is an amazing business for living the laptop lifestyle or being a digital nomad. It's why it's been such a good business to us. I'm so grateful that years ago we decided to jump into this industry to start working with clients, providing amazing services. We have a free training if you're thinking about getting started. I'm gonna link that in the description below, so check that out. Basically a quick masterclass that gets you started on your SMMA journey if this is a type of business that you're thinking about starting for yourself. But I'd appreciate it, guys, before you drop off, if you'd smash the like button just again so that YouTube knows that this was a good video and others can find it who are looking to get started on their entrepreneurship journey just like you, maybe weighing the SMMA business model against some other options. And I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button. Without further ado, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you all have been well. Thanks from Two Guys Build a Biz. We'll see you soon.